Liv Perez is someone I have wanted to have on the Insight Edit for a long time because she's my friend, but also because she has one of the most thoughtful voices in fashion, not just when it comes to what we wear, but why we wear it. As the host of Let's Get Dressed, and after years of working as a fashion editor, Liv has built a career around great taste, meaningful storytelling, and helping people develop personal style instead of chasing trends.
Thanks for having me.
You classy bitch. Thanks for being here.
I'm thrilled to be here.
I have more to say. Should I keep going?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She paused and I was like, thanks.
No, I know. I'm going to keep going. Okay, ready?
Keep going.
Okay, but what I love most about you is that beneath the beautiful clothes and incredible eye is someone who has built a career by trusting her instincts, staying curious, and creating something completely of her own. Now I'm done.
Thank you for having me.
Liv, welcome to the Inside Edit.
I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm thrilled to have you. I love doing your podcast.
Oh, I loved having you on. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
And I feel like, I'm one of 3 in this room. We're getting close.
We're getting close.
And you look so beautiful.
Thanks.
And I've loved following all of your maternity fashion and style.
Thank you.
It's been so great.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing it and taking us along for the ride.
Thanks. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I've had it's gone by really fast.
Yeah.
I feel like wait, I feel like I haven't worn everything I want to wear yet.
I mean, time just goes by so fast. I feel like you and I were talking about our weddings
Yes.
just yesterday. And then all of a sudden, I'm so excited for you.
We got
and your
married,
family.
a month apart?
Yeah, that was a fun era.
Yeah, that was a fun era.
Yeah. I feel like you've always been a big sister in the fashion space, always
thanks.
telling me all the things.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
No, that was a fun time because I feel like when you're in the wedding planning process, it's nice to have a friend going through it at the same time.
Totally.
And we both had destination weddings.
Yep. I got so many tips from you. And also I just remember, you always have the best energy. And I remember Alex, my husband, and I were sitting with you right before, literally, I think 48 hours before we were about to leave.
Yeah.
And you had just gone through this magical experience of a wedding. Your energy about it was infectious. And I remember going home being wow, Maeve got me really excited about our wedding. You could just tell that it was so meaningful for her and that she just experienced this major life event. And I can't wait to experience that too.
I feel like I think if I'm remembering correctly, I pulled you guys aside and I told you to make sure to take a minute and be present and step back and look at the room.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you that? Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like that was the best piece of advice I got.
It was. And actually, I think we did that a lot, but we also tried to find other ways to be present in that. We, every night when we got home after whether it was our welcome dinner or even after the wedding, no matter how not sober we were, we put the camera up or I think we recorded voice notes.
Cute.
And I was like, Alex, what do you remember from the night? And just we remembered really random things.
Oh, damn. I wish I did that. That's great advice.
Yeah, it was good. We haven't listened back to them.
You should.
But we will soon.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That'll
just
be
a nice
great
way
to have one day though, or for your kids to hear.
Yeah. Oh. And it was just it was nice because it wasn't the big things. It was the little interactions that really moved us or things that we wanted to remember.
I know. I was surprised of the things that stuck in my heart the most from my wedding weekend.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I don't know if I should say this surprisingly, but it was the ceremony itself was so special. It's so cemented, in my memory of moments of life. Just that beach, the tree above us, the way the ocean sounded, him. There's that moment is just a snapshot forever.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. I'm thank God that's the memory.
Yeah.
I really love the guy.
I mean, also it was just such a beautiful wedding. Beautiful
And so was yours. And our weddings couldn't have been more different.
And it was just, again, it was such a fun, I'm so grateful to the women who I've had in my life through all the different eras that have helped guide me through those moments. And again, you're one of those people. And it was such a fun era.
We've known each other a long time.
I actually was trying to think this morning of when we met.
Me too.
I think it was in a nightclub in Paris.
Really?
Yeah.
Not in New York.
I'm pretty sure we were in Paris.
That would track.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion Week, L'Arc.
Yep.
Yeah, that would track.
Yep.
I spent a lot of time in that club.
I just have a very visceral memory because obviously I was a fan. I loved your work.
Thanks.
And I remember seeing you at a table that I think I was going up to. And I just have such a vivid memory of that I think that's when we met.
No way.
Yeah.
But you knew Haley already.
Yes.
Yeah. So she must have introduced us.
I think so. I think we had all
the
just
room.
been
Everyone was in the same. Yeah.
That was a fun era. Everybody was kind of meeting each other. I felt that there was so much creative crossover during that time.
There was. That was probably one of the most fun eras of my life.
Yeah.
right?
I think so. There was a lot happening.
There was a lot happening.
Everything was new during that time.
Yeah.
Social media was new. Like the way that we engaged and interacted with each other was new. Also, we were young, so just in general, everything felt really new. Yeah, it just was like a very...
No, we were young, and
it was the beginning of the Wild West.
Yes, we were young and having a lot of fun in fashion. Yeah, it kind of feels like a dream. Like, what do you mean? Like, we were all in Paris Fashion Week, like at the club. You know what I mean? Like, that's some of the best memories actually I have of that time in my life was in Paris at that time.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was a fun time.
Well, I haven't been back in a minute, but
It's so funny. The last time I was at that club actually was so the Fashion Week right before COVID. Remember how people were like coming from, I don't know if you were there that year.
So the one where COVID was spreading and people were flying home.
Yes.
That was the one year I didn't go.
Okay, so
which like for the best, because I think I would have been like a paranoid mess.
No, literally I was with Haley. We were very in and out that year. I forget why. Maybe she was just doing Saint Laurent or something. We were very in and out. And the joke was anyone who was coming from Milan, we were like, stay away, because it had sort of happened in Milan already. And Haley was like, I'm staying in tonight. And I was like, I'm going to the club. And I remember, so I was meeting someone at Les Arcs, probably Leon. And I was like, so I walk in the club, I go to the table, and it's packed. And I'm looking around and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing here? This is such a bad idea.
Yep.
And I took a lap and I turned around and I went back to the hotel and I took the hottest shower ever. People were saying like hot water, drink hot tea. Just ridiculous. Whatever.
Crazy time.
Yeah, I was fine, but still it was like not my brightest moment. Like
crazy things happen
to
at
go to the
Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
But also like for me, I always think about it like when you're there, you feel so grateful to be there.
Yeah.
And like in that energy and around your peers and around people you admire, that anytime I'm there, kind of like all bets are off. Like if I'm not someone who goes out a lot, but like I'll go out, I'll drink, I'll eat whatever. I'll stay up all night.
Same.
Just you want to soak in every minute of being there. So I don't blame you for doing that.
Thanks. That's how I felt.
Yeah. No,
Haley was the responsible one, but that makes sense actually. That tracks across the board for she and I. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.
Do it or else.
Thank you. Okay, so anyway, let's get to the beginning of your career and all the amazing things that have happened for you. But you're an LA baby.
I am.
You went to NYU.
Rare breed.
You are a rare breed.
Yeah.
My husband's an LA baby.
Yes, and I have like grown up with your husband's brother, and so I love that we have that connection.
Same. So what brought you to NYU, and were you just like desperate to get out of here, or just was that your dream school? Like what was it for you?
Oh my gosh, why did I mean, I think I traveled a lot when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
I loved fashion. Mm-hmm. Fashion was in my family. My dad was in fashion. My sister was in fashion. And I never had any other idea. Like it was that. I was very like, I'm going to apply early to NYU. I ended up getting in and I never thought twice about the decision. And I just think, you know, that era in New York was very glamorized. It was the era of Gossip Girl. It was the era of The Hills and Teen Vogue and all of those things. And I think for me, I was like,
that's the place to be.
It actually was such a, now, you know, it's 15 years later almost, but yeah, I think back on that era a lot as the era that like really taught me how to listen to my gut because I knew exactly what was for me. So I went to Gallatin, which is an individualized study school. It still exists. You go there and create your major, which is putting a lot of faith into 18-year-olds, but I did it. I made my way through. I studied fashion as a mechanism to storytell, and especially like in the online space, which at the time in 2012 was a novel idea. And it was really fun to explore and learn that, and it later became my job.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I was kind of the same way with FIT. I knew that was it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up, you know, everyone knows this, but I ended up going to rehab when I was in high school, my senior year of high school. And so the last 4 months of high school essentially was in treatment.
Wow.
And so I withdrew every college application except FIT because I could still live at home. My parents could like, keep an eye on me. And it was the only place I got into. But it was really the only place I ended up applying and the only place I ever wanted to go. And I got in.
Yeah, I think
to your point, it was like I just knew that was what was for me.
I couldn't see myself in a small town.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it. I really, when I was living in LA before that, I like I've always been a worker bee. I love to work. It's just how I am.
Yeah.
Like on a Sunday, I will be on my laptop working the whole day. And like friends will have to be like, can we go do this thing? But that's just in my DNA. I've always been that person, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Like I remember in my childhood, I would like always be alone. I'd love to like be alone, and I would give myself homework and like work for the day.
But you have siblings, right?
I do. So my siblings and I we have huge age gaps.
You do.
So
you were raised an only child.
yes and no. I can't really, I get served all these videos on TikTok, like the youngest daughter this, eldest daughter that. And I'm like, I relate to all of those. I'm like, what does it say about me? Middle child this. I'm like, I'm all those. My younger sister is 9 years younger than me. And then my 2 or 3 older sisters start at 6 years older than me. So we do, I didn't have a sibling like in the kind of in that range, but I would always kind of give myself homework. I was always a worker bee, and I wanted to go to New York because I knew that the work opportunities there would be amazing.
Yeah.
And that was always kind of my North Star, was like, where can I go to like start getting real experiences in the real world?
I think back then too, fashion was so New York based.
Yes. Whereas now, like you really can do it anywhere.
You can do it anywhere, but it's also so big here.
Yep.
But I think back then, editorial, like it was just all in New York.
Yep.
Yeah. So you probably thought that's where it was.
Yeah. There was no other plan.
I love that.
Yeah, that was the plan.
And then you ended up, what was your first internship? Was it Teen
Teen
Vogue?
Vogue. Yeah. The opportunity to apply for it came my way. And I was very much like, I just came from LA. I'm trying to get into fashion. Like, I don't want to intern for entertainment and like pitch One Direction. And like, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't what I ever wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But I remember thinking to myself at the time, I was like, you know what you want to do in this life, but the job opportunities you get might not always be the perfect ones, but you got to get yourself in the door. And I was like, I really like was so headstrong about this. I was like, I am going to apply for this job. I'm going to give it my all if I get it. I'm going to impress them all so much that I'm going to ask to move to the closet after my first semester. And that's what I did. I ended up going there and meeting the most incredible people. I learned so much. Like, it was one of the most, again, like informative experiences for me as a person in fashion. And I done one semester in the entertainment space, and then I was like, can you guys let me apply to move into the closet? And I spent a whole year working in the Teen Vogue fashion closet, and it was the most amazing experience.
This is such wonderful advice, because it's like saying yes to the thing that might be adjacent to the thing that you want.
Yeah.
But just getting in the door is the best advice you could give somebody.
There's no perfect opportunity.
Right.
Like, you're always going to have to find a way to make it happen, whether it's like, I feel like I've had that in so many different ways, where it's like a job for a brand that I really want to work with in Paris is willing to like give me the job, maybe pay me, but I have to fly myself out. And I did a lot of that in the early days of my career because I was like, I just need to get there.
Me too.
Like, I just want to work with that brand. I want to get in the room. I want to make those relationships. I want to do the best job I possibly can do. And I know that if I make that investment, it's going to come back to me tenfold. That's something like I really, really stand by. If you're able to make it happen, obviously everybody has their own situation. But I remember when I was applying for that job, that was like one of the biggest lessons that I learned during that time was like, you got to give a little to get a lot.
Amen, dude.
Yeah.
Great advice. And did someone teach you that? Like, was your parents the one? Like, or was that just innately in you?
No, I think I learned that like through the experience, like I just wanted to be there so badly. And I think through it, I kind of figured that out. But I don't know, maybe my parents taught me it when I was younger, and
yeah,
it was something that was drilled into me.
I remember my dad always emphasizing the importance of relationship and networking.
Yeah.
Like, that was big advice that I would get from him. He was a TV producer, and he would always say to me, like, you might meet someone who can do absolutely nothing for you, but they might know 3 people who can, and it's about asking, like, for, whether it's another person's email or another opportunity from that person. Like, you just never know who's going to take you where, I guess.
I think the one thing I'd say about like the networking thing, and this like rings really true for my experience at Teen Vogue, is like people are always like, network, like meet new people. And I think you have to be so wary of that because it can become very transactional. Yeah. Like, when you network with people, if you really like care about the person and they care about you back, like build that genuine relationship with them.
Totally.
But I think going out into the world and networking just for the sake of like all the transactions can be a little bit of a risky business.
Totally.
I'm still friends and like colleagues with so many of the people that I worked with at Teen Vogue, and I hold those people really dear because we came up together and I watched them work so hard.
Yep.
Like Lindsay Peoples, who is the editor-in-chief of The Cut, was my fellow intern at Teen Vogue. And like I remember those days so fondly, and she's absolutely killed it and made this like incredible career for herself. But we've had like so many touch points of like checking in on each other and like caring for each other along the way that it like, I just feel like you have to really nurture those relationships and be genuine about them.
Yeah, I think at the beginning, sometimes as you're building those relationships, you start to realize like, oh, I actually like really love this person.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like you thought it might have been transactional,
Right.
but then it turns into like a really deep relationship. And
Totally.
like you said, it's like the people you meet on your way up or the people you meet on your way down, you know?
Yeah, what's that saying? Like a rising tide lifts all ships. And I've always really believed that. Like I've always been, I feel like
I also think
if you succeed, bring everybody with you.
the longer we're around too, I feel like you start to see, you can just gauge the people who are genuinely connected and love you and the people who are genuinely just using you for the
Absolutely.
relationship. Like we all know who those people are.
Right.
You know?
And I'm sure, like, I don't know if you feel this way having a podcast, but it's actually one of my favorite side effects of having a podcast is like I get to have a platform where I get to bring my friends on, but then they also get to tell their story and have this platform to talk about everything they're working on. And like I've always just felt very proud of that.
I feel the same way. I in my own way before the podcast, I think it was like with assistants.
Totally.
Like I have genuinely cared so much about the girls who have worked for me, and they've all flourished, and there's nothing I want more. And like, or for instance, they go to my agency once they've sort of spread their wings, because as they should, like they've put in all these years, they have a deep connection with my agent, so it should become their agent.
Yeah.
And I'm always sort of championing that, and I think anyone who isn't that way is weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just think there's enough work for everybody, and we should be putting each other on as best as we can, and
No, it's amazing.
hard enough out here.
You have a great team. You've like really cultivated a great thing here.
And I'm just proud of everyone who's come out of here. You know what I mean? It's like the most amazing thing ever. It's the greatest pat on the back, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look what they learned.
But also for you as like a mentor.
Yeah.
I think mentorship is really important. Having people you can look up to, whether it's like professionally or personally. Like I said to you in the beginning, like you've been such a great sounding board for me in so many things.
Thanks.
So you got to find your people and like have those people that you can look up to, but also just have in your corner.
Yeah, totally. So what happened after Teen Vogue?
So after Teen Vogue, I got bit by the bug and just was like gamified my way through internships, trying to find my way. It was definitely a ping pong board of where I went. After that, I went to Hermes for a little bit. I worked at Ryan Seacrest, and then I landed at Glossier right as Glossier was like absolutely blowing up. Mm-hmm. Actually, fun fact, I was the first shop girl for their pop-up in New York. Like I was the first person to ever wear like the little pink robe that like became really well known. That's like, I literally sometimes I have to like flex that all the time because I'm like, guys, I had a great time. But honestly, I think I look back on that era, and now when I'm talking to people about just getting their start, like I'm such an advocate for like the most non-linear career path of all time. Like you have to try so many things and put yourself out there to figure out what it is you like and that you don't like, and where you're good at and where you don't thrive, And now looking at my career, it blows my mind that all of these experiences that I had on my way up quite literally formed this very kind of multi-hyphenate career that I have now. Mm-hmm. And so I always say, like, try as much as you can, especially when you're young and you're just kind of getting your start. Like, get your hands in as much as you possibly can. And I remember, like, I never had enough work. You know what I mean? Like even when I was at Glossier and trying to graduate college, I remember interning for like small designers in New York, like Peter Somm, and like just like taking on the hours where I could to like get as much experience as I can.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
It was a really fun era to be living in New York right at the start of like what we know as like the girl boss era. It was like the Glossiers, the Aways, so many of these like new brands, and it really felt like living in the gold rush. Mm-hmm. Like it felt like living in this new era of direct-to-consumer brands, social media. TikTok didn't exist yet. No. It was a crazy time to live in New York, and I'm grateful for it. It's 100% one of the biggest like defining factors of who I am now.
What brought you back to LA?
COVID. Yeah. COVID. So my husband and I were long distance for a few years. It was fun and extremely difficult, but I had come home to see him in like March 2020 and then got stuck here. My apartment sat there empty and I had someone remote move me out like 7 or 8 months into COVID, and then I was here.
Good.
I think there's a part of me that like really misses New York. I loved living in New York, but I also really love my life here. And I love the like career and lane that I've been able to carve out in LA. I think it's a really exciting time now, I think, in fashion, because like you were saying earlier, you don't just have to be in New York. Like fashion's not really gate kept anymore in that sense. You don't have to live in New York and work at Vogue to be in the industry. There are so many people who I love following who are really credible, like people who love fashion, and they live all over the world. I actually don't even know where they live. And so it's been fun to live here and be able to kind of spread my wings in a different way.
Yeah. Well, I love having you here.
I love being here. Again,
I only see you in New York.
Yeah. You know, I think a lot of people still have no idea where I live.
Really?
I get invites for New York, for LA, all over the place, and I'll take that. Like, you know, I'm on the Today Show sometimes, and we do record a lot of episodes in New York, so I get to kind of bop back and forth, which is fun.
How did the Today Show thing come about?
The Today Show came about actually in a really organic way, and it's funny that you ask that as we're talking about this rising tide lifts all ships, because one of my best friends in New York was doing a segment and told me to come with him just to watch it. And part of me thinks that he did that to push me to see what it was all about and try to get me to advocate for myself to be there.
Yeah.
And I'd come and seen him, and he was so great. It was amazing. I've always had this like obsession with morning television. Like, I'm an old soul, you know? I'm a really old soul. I love like reporter voice.
Yeah.
And it comes out, like if you listen to my podcast, it comes out sometimes, but like I don't try to change it because that's just like who I am.
Yeah.
I think it's like an amazing way to connect with people. I think the same way that you and I have this podcast and like you're in people's ears every day, morning television is so intimate. Like you're quite literally in people's homes with them. You're in their ear. And for me, like that type of media has always been the most impactful. And so I had met the producer while I was there, and she, you know, my friend did something amazing, and he was like, you should get her on this show. Like she would be perfect for fashion. And I ended up sending in a resume, like an idea, a pitch for it. And it took me a long time to eventually do it. I was very scared. I had to get over a lot of my own fears of being on live TV.
Yeah.
And now I'm addicted to it.
Really?
Yes, I love it.
Had you done anything on camera like that before?
I mean, I've spoken on stages and done like panels, but
That's a big jump.
not millions of people on morning TV.
It's more than that. It's the live part.
Yeah.
Live is crazy.
I love live television.
You do?
Yeah. I just like, again, there's something about it that is like really,
Maybe you're supposed to have a show.
I do have a show, but like, yes, I would love to have a bigger, more live show. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
I think there's a huge gap in the fashion space right now. Like, I don't know why nothing in the fashion world can stick. Like, why is Project Runway the only thing? Like, we've had so many other great fashion shows that have come out that haven't prospered onto like season 2 or bigger things.
Let's work on something.
And I'm like, let's bring it back, guys. Like, people want fashion TV.
You know, it's funny because, well, I don't know if I should say this on camera, but there's a very popular reality show with a housewife in the title that has asked me to be on the show many times.
Okay.
Now, that's not for me.
Okay.
That kind of reality TV is not for me. I keep saying no. And I've been offered all kinds of different things over the years, and I'm just like, no, I'm holding out for the right fashion show.
Why haven't you been on Project Runway?
That's
I feel
a good
like
question.
you'd be perfect. You'd be a great judge.
I agree. Kent, Mia, hello.
Come on, guys. Give her a call. And me a call at the same time.
Yeah.
Bring us together.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah, I just think that there's like a lot of opportunity for that. And again, like that's why I'm just I really believe in Let's Get Dressed as the value like that is the value proposition of Let's Get Dressed. Is like for the everyday woman who wants to know what's going on in fashion and like understand how to get dressed every day to feel their best selves. Like that type of content is not out there right now. It's a lot of like industry behind the wall. Like I'm really excited about the future of it, and I think that there's like so much room for growth in that category.
Well, okay, so going back to the beginning of your podcast, it was called something else.
It was called Friend of a Friend.
Yeah, Friend of a Friend, which is such a great catch line, by the way.
Thanks.
Like everyone has a friend of a friend.
Yeah, it was great, and I actually started that while I was in college. I realized that like as a LA transplant. I had no idea where to go. That wasn't the Bowery. Like everyone just kind of was giving me the same recs. And I was like, this city is so big. There's got to be something beyond. And so I had started a blog called Friend of a Friend on the notion of like just really great recs that felt like real, vetted recs. Not just like the same PR thing over and over again. And that expanded into a podcast a few years later. And then we rebranded to Let's Get Dressed 2 years ago.
But really, you were doing this podcast before podcasts were podcasting.
I launched that podcast in April of 2019, and there were literally no fashion podcasts at the time. I mean, it wasn't a fashion podcast yet, but in general, there were not that many podcasts at the time.
Yeah. That's really wild that you were just like so ahead of it.
I'm a really big believer in being like a first mover to things.
Love that.
Like if you see something coming up, I think challenge yourself to be like vulnerable enough to give it a try. Like no one's going to remember that you tried it and failed, but they'll definitely remember if you like tried it and succeed and you were one of the early people to do it. There's just no there's no like what's wrong with trying. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
It might actually be the medium that blows up for you. So like when Instagram rolls out new features or TikTok rolls new features, like try it. Maybe it's Threads. It's weird. I feel like Threads is making a comeback.
Really?
Have you seen that?
I don't really like read Threads.
I
remember
remember
when Instagram feeds me, one.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Threads for a while was like not a thing, and now it's come back. And all to say, like some people found their voice on there. So
I just started a Substack.
Welcome
You're
to the
on there.
club.
Yeah.
I am on Substack, and I've been on Substack for like 2 years.
I'm late. I'm late to all these
That's okay.
things. I have like 15 jobs, so
I think the apple leaves the tree when it's ready. Like if you weren't feeling called to it, why would you force it?
I'm excited about it.
Just like my advice to you on Substack is like literally just write what you feel. Like don't overthink it. It's not a magazine. It's not meant to be like pretty and designed for a reason. Like write your experiences. I'm sure a lot of people would love to know what's going on in your life.
I kind of feel like it's an opportunity to like be the most intimate and vulnerable.
Yes, more so than like even podcasting, I find.
I feel the same exact way.
Well, I can't wait to see you on there.
Oh, thanks. I have one post up.
Great.
By the time this comes out, maybe two.
I hope so. Keep it up. It's really fun. And I think
I have a bunch drafted. I'm excited. There's things I have to say.
Consistency is like really rewarded there. So
yeah. So you rebranded the podcast. Tell us about that.
It's a big thing. Big thing. I mean, look, I grew up on social media. Like I started my Instagram when I was 18 and had no idea that Liv Perez with 2 V's would be my full-on business for the next 10 years of my life. By the way, it's Liv Perez with 2 V's because Liv and Olivia Perez weren't available, and people think I'm Liv with 2 V's. Whatever. We have a branding problem when it comes to my name. Just
I like it.
Figuring it out. But I've grown up online. I've grown up, and I think my favorite thing about the community that I've cultivated is that like they have been along with me for that ride of figuring it out, trying new things, throwing pasta at the wall and seeing what sticks. Like I always say, done is better than perfect. Like put it out there, see how people respond to it, and you can kind of navigate from there. But I think perfection, the idea that you have to like create the strategy and a whole marketing thing and how's it going to land, like that idea of chasing perfection can stop you from doing the thing. So I've always been like kind of vulnerable about that. And I also am a really big believer today that one of the biggest ways to cultivate community is to create a niche where people come to you to answer a question. Like people will come to me for style advice. And like we weren't doing that with Friend of a Friend. It was just a kind of wide encompassing entrepreneurial podcast that for 2019 was also a novel concept. But I wasn't passionate about it anymore. And there was a long period of time where I was like, I have to keep this thing going. Like people listen to it, people care, people know me for Friend of a Friend. But I was losing the passion dramatically. Like I was not excited to be creating that content. I wasn't in it. And so I remember just sitting down one day and being like, what parts of it are working? Like what parts of it are people resonating with? Like where am I showing up my best self? Like what do I actually love to talk about? And ding, 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 it was fashion. It was clothes, obviously. So I ended up sitting down one day and I was like, I'm going to rebrand and I'm going to take the risk of admitting that what I'm doing right now isn't publicly isn't working. And I'm in pursuit of like something better and something that I'm really actually excited about. And I think I like really recommend that to anybody that is in this moment, in the moment that I just explained, and like feels kind of in like a prison of their own making. It's like you're not beholden to the thing that you create. Like you can evolve, you can grow, and especially for people online, like as I was saying, like creating a niche is important, but like you are going to evolve as a person, and everything you would do has to evolve with that. So I rebranded, changed the name, changed the cover, changed the whole thing, and it was so well received, and now is just like, I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of it. Like I love what I do, and I get to talk to amazing people all the time, and I'm so grateful that I took that leap.
Yeah.
I really am. And I'm also so grateful to like my community of people on social and community of people who listen to the show that like gave me the grace to evolve. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like I offer a lot of different niches, I guess. And sometimes I feel like I have to pick one, you know?
No, but I know that I can come, like at the end of the day, we're talking about fashion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Whether you're talking about motherhood, like it's all through a very stylish lens.
Right.
And I think you've done a great job of creating that niche for yourself too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I liked your advice about building community. Is there anything else, if someone is watching and they want to create what you've created, what is your best advice in terms of building community online?
I think for sure having that niche, like being able to like say to someone, or being able to like have someone wake up and be like, I don't know what to wear today, I need to go to Liv Perez's Instagram, is really the best way that you can create that like dialogue between you and a community. Like you are solving a problem for them. And that's always been a big thing for me. It's like, how can I create this page where like people come and walk away with something? So I really do believe in that. And I'll say what I said again, done is better than perfect. Like you have to show up there in the good and the bad moments. Like sometimes I don't really like my style. And like, I don't really like I don't, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just not jiving. And like, instead of shying away from the camera in those moments, it's like lean into that. Why? Because at the end of the day, like someone else is probably struggling with the same thing.
Totally.
So I think you have to be willing to be
honest.
Be honest.
Yeah,
be honest and on in all of those moments. And then the last thing I'll say about like, you know, building a career online or just working for yourself in general. I saw a quote the other day that was like, if you work for yourself, you have to be okay with uncertainty for the rest of your life. Yeah. Like you are uncertain if this job's going to exist in a year. You are uncertain if you're going to be replaced. No one can replace you because you've got the secret sauce, but like, you know what I mean?
True,
like you are always on the edge of your seat. Yeah. So you have to be okay with that.
I completely agree with that, by the way. I remember, you know, when COVID rolled around, and this is my best example of like, you know, the world shut down. Our business completely shut down. Our industry was quiet. No one knew what was happening.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, well, shit, what's next? Like, how are we going to keep the lights on? And I had this idea. And to your point about community, one of my most asked questions that I would always get was, how do I become you as a stylist? Like, how do I, there's no school, there's no place, there's nowhere to go.
There are now, by the way.
Well, I know. Well,
I just saw the news on the news this morning.
One.
ASU. Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
That was genius.
That's what I did during COVID. To your point of like always having to just evolve and think about the next thing, I created a class.
Yeah. Was it called Style School?
No, it was
What
called
was it?
Oh my God.
I know. I remember I remember seeing it and being like,
No.
she's so genius.
No, the styling series.
I was close.
Oh my God.
I was
not me
close,
forgetting.
guys.
It was called the styling series, but we did it on Zoom.
Yep.
Okay. So we had my assistants and I, once it was like safe enough to like kind of gather, we would meet outside and we wrote out a curriculum, and we basically, it was hours. I mean, 10 hours worth of things to share. And we sold this package, and we had a whole production team come. I sat right here and there was this whole team, and we did this thing live on Zoom 3 weekends in a row, or once a month for 3 months.
Okay.
And we had like 400 people. Like
So
I had
smart.
400 students. And then we did it in person.
Yep.
And it was so cool. And it was just like listening to what people want. And now the tricky thing about that is like, how many aspiring stylists are there in the world? Is that a business that I could really continue?
Scale. Yeah.
It's a little tricky. It's like how, you know, we tried to do it in New York. It didn't really land. And I had to accept that. I was like, you know, maybe this was just got me through COVID.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think it's really important to know when something is done.
Yeah.
And the art of the pivot is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, again, I felt the same way with friend of a friend. I was like, this isn't working. It's not the thing. And you got to be, you kind of have to have that honest feedback with yourself as an entrepreneur
Yeah.
to know when it's time to move on.
Yeah,
And that's okay.
totally.
Yeah.
And sometimes things are just for like a season,
Yes, 100%.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it though, by the way.
Bring it back. In
If
its
you
own
guys
way.
want it back, let us know. Comment. So the new podcast is going great.
It's going great.
You have a new studio.
We do. We have a new
really
studio.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. I, again, like feel so grateful I get to talk to amazing people and share such great stories.
Yeah, you really have great guests.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was one of them. Just kidding.
She was, and it was a great episode.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like if someone were to start a podcast, do you have podcasting advice?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us.
I think you have to have a POV. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Having a point of view, I think, like, why are people going to come listen to you versus the millions at this point of other podcasts out there?
Yep.
I still say do it. Like, I think that whole concept of like, the space is oversaturated, the this, the that, there's already so many of those. Never listen to that. Like,
Love that.
there are billions of people on this planet. Everyone has a different appetite, and you never know who you could really make a difference with. So I will always say, like, if you want to start the thing, don't listen to the advice that like anything in media right now is oversaturated. It's not. And I would say just start. It took me a really long time to roll out video for the show and like do solo episodes because those things kind of felt foreign to me. And my producer at the time was like, just go in your closet, turn on the mic, and just do it. Like, I right now would never voluntarily go listen to my first few episodes. Who would ever do such a thing from 2019? But like, I'm so grateful for them, and I'm so grateful for the woman that hosted them, like the younger me, because she learned so many things along the way. And so you have to be that person for yourself. So just start. Turn on the mic. Just post the video, as they say.
How did you learn how to do it all?
Podcasting or like interviewing? Which
No,
part?
like more like the tech side of it. Because like that was daunting to me. I was like, I need someone to help me because I cannot do this myself.
What's the phrase? Exposure therapy. Massive exposure therapy.
Yeah.
I had like the podcast had like really started to get going, and like we were booking guests, and like I'd really hit my stride, and then COVID happened, and I had to figure out overnight. Again, another really great moment of like having an amazing community around me. I remember reaching out to a lot of like big media people who helped me through that. I was like, what tech do I need? Like, I built it out in my house. Like, I invested in equipment, did the whole 9 yards. And yeah, I figured it out by that.
Just by doing it.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's like no joke.
It's no joke, but I will say it was my version of like starting in the mailroom because I now know every single department of running a podcast. I know how to set up the cameras. I know how to work a mic. I could record audio and video on my own anywhere in the world for the podcast if need be. I know how to edit a script. I know how to create a script. I know how to do every single moment of running this business. And I think that that's so important for anybody. Like that idea of starting in the mailroom, whatever that looks like for whatever business you're in, and learning every element is like crucial. It really now for me, I'm so grateful that I have an amazing team who runs all the different departments for me now, but I speak their language. I know what to like, how to make things happen. And it's just made my world a lot more efficient.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I have no idea. I just show up.
Don't get me wrong.
I do the prep.
Don't get me wrong. I still have people who do it for me now. I've like delegated that so I can focus on
yes, of course,
the bigger things, like the sponsors for the show, the guests, cultivating relationships, getting the show in the right places. But you know, I think for me, it was accidental. I didn't do that on purpose, but I'm grateful that I have the info.
Yeah. I love what you said about having a point of view. I feel like, you know, knowing you, it's very clear what yours is. And I know what I can get from your content, you know, and I know what I can get from your page. And you and I think, typically have very different style, but like I love your style, and I love being able to go to your page and be like, you know, I need this vibe today.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I think that fashion in general needs like a major PR update.
Tell us more.
I just think that there's this rhetoric in the world right now that like caring about fashion is materialistic and like, oh, I don't care about that stuff. And I've always just really believed in fashion as this like third pillar of like self-care. Like we show up to the gym, we go to therapy, But like what you put on every day to like feel your best self also really matters. I'm not going to compare it to the other two, obviously. Of course. Different.
Yeah.
But like it is a really big part of our mental health. Like I'm a big believer that like putting on something can change your whole day and change the way you show up in the world. 100%. And I think for me, that's always kind of been my thing with like, how can people come to my page and like know that it's something that I value and not from just a materialistic perspective. Like I value it because it makes me feel good. Yeah. And so like that's always just kind of been, that's my POV. Like that's my point of view with anything that I share. Like I'm never going to be here and be like, buy that $10,000 bag or like do that thing. Sure, it's fun. But like that's not really what we're talking about.
Yep.
Like we're talking about how to make this thing that is like really hard for people in the morning a source of joy and a easy, swift part of your day that just like enhances life. So yeah. I'm trying to like get to the people that are cynics about fashion or like, oh, I could never buy that or I could never think of myself that way. I'm like, yes, you can because it's self-love.
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
Yeah.
I always say that like clothing is energy and also it's like the energy that clothing can bring forth in you. As a stylist who puts people in front of the entire world.
You are like the curator of that energy.
Yeah. And I think it's also like how they want to feel is so dictated by the clothes. Like, like I can tell, you know, when a client walks out, like, oh, she wasn't feeling herself that day. She put on like some baggy, like, you know, she just wasn't feeling and then the next day is like a spin top, you know, and you're like, you could tell how she was feeling in that day.
And by the way, that's okay. Like we all have bad outfit days.
Of course. No, I don't even mean a bad outfit day.
Yeah.
I just mean like,
oh,
I mean like,
I'm like, we all have those. It's fine.
I mean more like a big baggy sweatshirt and like a big jacket over. And I feel like that's putting forth an energy of like how you're feeling on the inside sometimes.
Totally.
You know, you're like, I just want to be like covered up and cozy today. And then the next day you're like, I'm out in my little, you know, crop top and mini skirt and you're just feeling different. Like clothing brings forth feelings.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you.
Like I think the best way to get dressed every day is to say like, how do I feel today?
Yes.
Like I always have a really hard time when people say to me like, how would you describe your style? Like, are you preppy? Are you this? Are you that? I literally don't. What? I don't have the word. Like I don't know how to answer that question. And for a long time, I thought that was because I didn't have good style. I was like, oh, I can't put a name to how I dress. And then one day I was like, wait, no. Like you don't have the words because you genuinely just dress for how you want to feel. Some days that's like super girly. I'm in my Doan dresses. Like some days that's just like, I want to feel like comfy but confident. Sometimes it's preppy. Like I oscillate all the time through my style. And so I think it's like, I never want to feel like limited by that.
But I would say you're like very classic.
See, I always get that, but like,
you don't feel it. You are.
Thank you. That's a really kind way to be described.
Yeah, it's like timeless, iconic, classic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But then sometimes like I notice that like anytime I like prescribe those words to myself when I'm getting ready, if I like sharp left, because like we all sharp left sometimes, I'm like, this isn't in my word. Like
I know, isn't there like a stylist or someone that came up
Allison,
with 3 words to
Allison
describe
Bornstein, who I love and really recommend to anybody listening right now that like wants style. She does like style appointments, virtual ones. And I've had a lot of friends who like absolutely love doing those.
But yeah, get her on the pod.
Do it
out loud. Yeah.
I had her on the pod, and
Okay,
I think
great.
she was so wonderful.
Okay.
But yeah, like she's built this incredible framework around 3 words, which I have tried to do, and I still think it's an amazing framework to help get dressed. But for me, it just hasn't worked as someone who is like way too emotional with how I get dressed.
I feel the same way. I don't feel like. I mean, I know I have like a general, obviously, aesthetic.
Yes, but I've had a hard time doing that.
Also, like locations.
I'm a different person in New York.
Me too. I'm a different person.
I'm a different beast in New York.
Different person on vacation. Like I love to dress based on where I am.
But this is like the value proposition of fashion is like, it can teleport you to different places, to different people. It can make you become someone that maybe you're not for the day, which is like, so it's just so fun. It's meant to be like quite literally the doorway to other things in life.
Agreed. And it's meant to be fun.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
You do have to, that is something I'm working on saying in the morning when I'm getting dressed, because sometimes I feel like I'm like, oh, I always need to be in like a good fit. And some days I just don't have the mental capacity. And I'm like, girl, it's not that deep. Just put on the white tee and jeans and walk out the door. Go on with your day.
I've been telling myself that through this pregnancy, by the way. It's like,
which, by the way, is crazy, because I know every person listening right now is like, you have looked so fabulous the whole way.
Thanks. But there's been a lot of days undocumented that are just truly in like, you know, elastic waistband and like a t-shirt, because that's just how I can survive right now.
Have you bought maternity clothes, or have you? Yeah. Okay. So I feel like that is a world that's shrinking. Most women I know now are just buying things in bigger sizes.
Right. And I'll tailor it later.
Right.
And yeah, like these jeans I found at the Balenciaga outlet, they have a tie waistband.
Where's the Balenciaga outlet? Tell inquiring minds.
Have you not been to the Cabazon outlets in Palm Springs?
Oh, yeah. I need to go there. I haven't been in years.
Okay, so we stop like on our way out. We don't like make trips to go.
See, I think I'm going to make a trip.
It's honestly pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I just went to
Saint Laurent outlet.
Is it good? When you were restocking your wardrobe, you did some damage there, I remember.
We did. Well, funny enough, this is a funny story. So after the house burned, we ended up out there. Zach's mom has a house there. And we were so traumatized, and we evacuated 2 times after the fire from 2 other family houses. And I was like, finally, like, we just have to get out of Los Angeles. So we drove out there. So one of the days where we were kind of like feeling semi-human, we went over there, and you know the first thing I bought?
Didn't you buy like a coat for your Los Angeles self?
I bought a wool scarf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From the Loewe. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally remember the video, and I was like, oh, we're there.
Yeah. I was like, this is so random. Yeah. But like, it's such a good price, and it's such a good scarf.
You know, I have to commend you for, again, like back to what we were saying about sharing things in the highs and the lows. I really appreciated as a consumer of your content. Like, I really commend you for sharing a lot of that, because I know it was very challenging, but I think it was, people got what they needed from it, whether it was just supporting you as a person, but also just, you know, restarting from scratch.
It's funny, I met someone last night, and she was like, oh, I started following you after the fire. Like, I was so interested in your whole journey of rebuilding your wardrobe and how you were doing that, and it means a lot, you know. And I think, to your point about community, it's like, you have to take people along your life. Like, you have to be honest about what's going on. And I think at the time, I just more thought, I'm going to want to remember this.
Totally.
So like, I'm going to document it so that one day I can look back and remember what this felt like and what this was like. Because this is so, hopefully, once in a lifetime, you know? Yeah. But I recently, you know, I made a TikTok in my early pregnancy, and I literally said, like, I am literally a professional wardrobe stylist, and it is so hard to get dressed.
Yeah.
Before you're like bump out, your body's so awkward, you're kind of covering it, you're kind of not, like, it's so truly hard. And the amount of comments I got, people were just like, I'm so relieved if you feel that way as a professional. Like, imagine how the rest of us feel.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
And I just was like, this is really the best way to connect with people, is just being honest about, like, this is hard right now. Like, this is really not easy.
It's your social media.
Yeah.
I had one of my best friends say that to me recently, because I think I had gotten like a mean DM or something, or there was something, maybe it was a weird comment.
I get those.
And she was like, she was like, block it. And I was like, what? She was like, just block it. It's your social media. Like, it's for you to share what you want to share.
I will never forget. Michael Bostic said to me, we were talking on their podcast, this was years ago. And he said to me, because back in the day, I used to get it really bad. Like, the fans of my clients, and
of course,
they were really,
the fandoms are big.
They're big, and they're spooky, and they're mean sometimes. And I remember him saying to me, it's not like you would let someone walk in your house and punch you in the face in your own house. Why would you let someone come onto your page and just like shit all over you and leave it there?
Point. Yeah, it's a good point.
And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because sometimes you feel weird, like, oh, should I just leave it? Why? It's mine.
For you to think about all night? Yeah.
It's also mine. I'm like, blah.
Yeah.
Thanks
but
for
also,
coming.
like, I'm a big, and I know you're a big believer in like energy too. Like, I don't want that energy there for other people to see. Like, I just don't want, like, you can show yourself out
somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's not here.
It's your social media. It's your house.
I really don't get it as much anymore. Definitely not on Instagram. TikTok is just weird because you don't know where those videos go. Right. Like, the algorithm, I feel like you can't control.
I'm glad you don't get it anymore.
Me too.
Better for the mental.
I just think it's funny because if my husband, first of all, if I get one weird comment, my husband wants to go. He is a protector. You know, he is like,
love that.
He wants to respond. And I'm like, oh, babe, if you were around 5 years ago, we'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad at some point. I remember doing a brain scan with Dr. Amen. Do you know who that is?
Did you share this?
Yeah.
I remember it.
So I met him through Haley and Justin, and so now he's gone on to scan all these different people's brains and stuff. It's very interesting. And I was so lucky that I got to go see him. But he basically was like, the side of your brain that is like the emotional side of your brain is so overactive, because I was constantly on like the defense and anxiety about how much hate I would get online. And it was like actually affecting my brain. And I'm just so grateful to not be like in that space anymore.
How did you get out of that space?
Again, it's like a celebrity adjacent thing.
Yeah. I just more mean like
Not to blame them. I don't mean it from
totally.
but I do think for whatever reason, you kind of get wrapped up in there.
I don't even mean physically. Like for you now, there have been eras that I have like seen such bad things online, and it definitely like got into my head of like, and it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, and now like you still post and like you're still putting your stuff out there. Like how did you move on from it?
The negativity just got less, I think.
That's
so I was
valid
able to
do it.
Yeah. I think it just, I think more so it was more an internal thing of like, every morning I would wake up and not know what I was going to open my phone to.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I was also a bullied kid in the very early days of like AIM. Mm-hmm. So I would get bullied at school, and then I would come home, and then I would turn on my computer, the dial up, okay?
Yeah.
And then AIM would show up, and then I would be getting bullied at home. So it was very triggering to me when it started happening as an adult.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so reminiscent of like that little kid who's just so wounded by this. So while most people could probably just, oh, this is so stupid, these people don't know me, who cares? I really had a hard time with it.
I'm so sorry you went through that.
It's okay.
I'm glad that we're in a new era.
Me too.
Yeah.
And the fake stories are also pretty crazy.
You've really like created a great safe space for yourself.
I can't wait to talk about those one day.
I'm sure.
I don't know where or when I'm going to, but.
What's that funny thing that's going around right now, like sitting down for the Netflix documentary?
Oh, yeah,
could be
that's
Maeve.
a good one. That could be funny. Yeah, so I think we're both in a better place. We're like married ladies.
Different like channel of life,
Different channel of life.
Yeah.
I think I have rapid fire questions for you.
Ooh, can't wait.
Should we do some?
Yeah.
Okay. Fun. I love rapid fire. Okay. Favorite city for inspiration?
New York. Really? Yeah. Again, I'm always going to be bit by that bug. It's like the city that made me into the person I am now. It's funny. People are always like, but you're from LA. And I'm like, yes, but where you live from like 18 to like maybe early 30s defines who you are as an adult. And like, I'm just such a big believer, like move far, like go do the things. It really is formative for you as an adult. Not a rapid fire answer, by the way, guys.
That's fine. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I love that answer.
Not a rapid fire answer.
One wardrobe item you'll never get rid of.
The Hermes Kelly that my mom passed down to me.
Oh yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, a brand you think is doing it right now?
I'm sure any person you ask would say like Chanel.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I really love Kalmeyer.
Okay. Same.
Yeah, I really love Kalmeyer. I think her clothes are beautiful. I think she's an awesome human.
Yeah. Very you.
And just like I love everything about her brand. She just like knows how to have fun and like make great clothes.
Beautiful clothes.
Yeah.
And well priced.
I think so too. I mean, look, it's definitely like the pieces are investment pieces, but
we're
like
we're not talking like Chanel like high.
No, it's not like Kate. It's not like Chanel that like something is $3,000. Like
yes.
You can save up for something or it's an aspirational piece.
One book that changed your life. Are you a reader?
I'm pretty sure you. What do you mean? Am I a reader? You and I for 6 months talked about ACOTAR. What do you mean? Which, by the way, like that
changed my life. That book.
That was really fun.
It was really fun.
I'm not gonna say that, but I will say if you are someone who like is a business lady or like you're an entrepreneur, like sometimes we can get caught up in reading those books that we think are gonna make us like better like boss people. And so for literally 5 years, all I did was read like self-help business books.
Me too.
And my sister one day was like, you need to read ACOTAR. Like after my wedding, she was like, just read this. Escapism. You're gonna have a great time.
Yes.
And it reminded me that like, it just was so fun to be on that ride.
I completely
and like read
agree.
that.
But wait, did you go on to like Throne of Glass and Crescent City and all of those? Liv.
What did I just start? Okay, to the people. If you have read Fourth Wing and
Oh yeah, Fourth Wing is great too.
You
couldn't get into it?
I'm gonna give it another try.
How
But I got
far
like
in are
100
you?
pages in, and I was just like,
This is
But
the
I
dragon
know-
rider girl who's supposed to be the librarian?
yes,
That's Fourth Wing? No,
It's such a great way of describing it. Yes, that's exactly it. Yeah,
you'll get you'll
Okay.
get there, I promise.
I'm gonna give it another shot.
Fantastic book.
I will say the book that like really changed things for me was a book that I read in college called All I Did Was Ask. It's by Terry Gross, who is the host of Fresh Air on NPR, and it's all of her most famous interviews, and it really like inspired something in me to like ask, to like go and like take on a life where I asked people amazing questions. That was like a long way of saying that, but it really inspired me to ask better questions.
Okay, I'm gonna read that.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
One of your habits you can't live without.
Leaving my phone at home and going for a walk.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a great habit.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you do that?
I try to, I mean, I try to do it. Like, I have a dog, so like we walk the dog a lot. And
Yeah.
like for Alex and I, my husband, it's like a thing that I think for both of us, like when we've come home and you can tell the energy's high from maybe a stressful day, like we did it yesterday. He was just like, leave the phones, like we're going for a walk. It doesn't have to be long. Like even sometimes it's 10, 15 minutes. But I really am a big believer that like if you're in a highly charged moment, go for a walk.
Love.
Like just get off the screen, look at the sky, go for a walk.
Put your feet in the grass if you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
It's really been it's a good thing to just like reset.
Love.
Yeah.
What's bringing you joy right now?
Ooh. A lot, to be honest.
That's
a lot.
nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
Give us a couple.
I feel really like a summer in LA is really amazing. I think a lot of people like leave the city to go do all the other things, but we live in the city where like we never have to check the weather and it's beautiful outside and I get to like walk with my husband and my dog every day. And I think when I first moved back to LA, I didn't know if this was going to be where I want to be. And I think sometimes you have to give things time to settle. People will be like, how do I get out of this rut? Like I'm in a rut right now. And a lot of the times my answer to that is time. Mm-hmm. It's not a thing that you can just like fix. Mm-hmm. And I'm really grateful to be on the other side of like listening to that advice of like, just take a beat, give it some time, let the universe do its thing.
Yeah.
Give yourself some breathing room. Because now I love it here and I'm really happy and I'm like grateful to wake up here every day and be in the sunshine and be close to my family again and be able to have a dog who gets to be in the grass and all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's to your point. It's like everything is just a season sometimes, and it might not like feel amazing, but it
also
will
like
pass.
Totally. And like sometimes it's not like there's not like an action item list of things that you can do. Like sometimes you just have to let the dust settle.
Yeah.
Like and go from there.
Literally.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah.
This has been really nice.
It's always fun to see you.
The same.
It's always fun.
Great. Thank you for coming.
Of course. I feel like this is the last time I'm going to see you before.
God, don't say that.
Something really exciting.
I know. It's really crazy. Anything else you want to add? Anything new coming up that you want to share? Or have we touched it all?
Yeah, we have. I mean,
great.
The pod is great. Follow us on Let's Get Dressed Pod. We're on Substack too. We have new episodes every Monday. We go off for August. It's like our summer break, but September and the fall winter season is going to be amazing with a lot of new fun surprises. And I can't wait to just bring more to the world.
Yay. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Bye.